Hey everybody, so I started watching this show on HBOMAX called Creature Commandos. Right now it's got 4 episodes and each episode comes out on Thursday. It is a really interesting show. If you went and you watched the Peacemaker show, this is like directly tied into it, and it's tied into that entire universe that James Gunn is kind of setting up. With the death of Rick Flag Jr. in the Suicide Squad movie, they actually talked about Operation Starfish and all that stuff in this. Rick Flag Sr., his father, is actually leading a crew of misfits. And at the end of Peacemaker, Amanda Waller's daughter had exposed her for basically using humans as sacrificial lambs in different operations, and she was kind of outed. Well, she is now forbidden from using humans to do these kind of things, taking human prisoners and putting them into extreme situations where they may, get hurt. So her workaround this is to get non-humans to help. So she makes a team of Dr. Phosphorus, who's this skeleton guy that's, covered in flames, the bride, who is the bride of Frankenstein. This, I don't know what she is. She's like some mermaid, not a mermaid, like a mer person. She looks like Abe Sapien from Hellboy, and I believe her name is Nina. This robot named GI Robot, which was designed in the 40s in World War II to kill Nazis. That's his exact purpose, and he loves it. And the Weasel, and they make it a point to say the Weasel is the only one that survived from one of the survivors from Operation Starfish, which was the second Suicide Squad movie. And the Weasel is just kind of like it was in the first one. He's just freaking weird and funny to watch. What I like about this show is so far they've got one main story that is, as every superhero movie or show is, the end of the world is coming. But each episode follows a different character. Like the first episode talked a lot about Rick Flag and kind of set you up to understand who Rick Flag was as a person. The next episode did the bride. She was the second episode. So it went over how she was created, her relationship with Victor von Frankenstein, as well as Frankenstein. And I thought that was a really cool explanation. But all the while they're doing this, they're also telling you the story that's happening now. The third episode covered GI Robot, which was awesome. You get to see his whole backstory of him fighting in World War II, getting camaraderie with humans. And this last episode covered the Weasel. And I thought it was really interesting on the Weasel because, without giving anything away, it makes you sympathize with him. And you kind of understand that maybe there might be like a glimmer of intelligence inside the Weasel. These are all characters that I'm not familiar with, and that's bad on me. I'm really big on some DC characters. As you can see, there's a Superman compendium behind me. But these villains I am very unfamiliar with. And it was kind of nice to be introduced to characters that I'm not used to and actually enjoy the show. You don't have to see the Suicide Squad, the second one, or Peacemaker to jump into this. It does help a little bit, but not much. All you really need to know is that Amanda Waller is not a good human being, and she constantly puts people, she treats people, and by proxy these monsters, she treats them like objects, just weapons and a means to an end. She doesn't have a real soul. I mean, she acts like she's doing everything for the greater good, but it's always whatever she thinks the greater good is, which is a very dangerous thing. Rick Flag ends up connecting with a lot of the people on the team, which is kind of cool because in the first one, Rick Flag Jr., he connected with some, but not others. And in this one, you get the feeling that Rick Flag Sr. really actually likes some of these people that he's working with. In the first episode, he actually has to fight one of them. And he ends it by essentially saying, I'm not like Amanda Waller. I don't want you people to feel forced to do this. So he actually creates, this dynamic where he wants to be around these people. He wants to be successful with the missions, and he wants them to not hate everything they're doing because they're being forced to do it. So that in this one, they get the implant in their neck like always, but he doesn't want to use it. He doesn't want to torture these people into doing the mission, and I think that was a really cool dynamic. So it's they're beginning to trust him, and he's beginning to trust them. Like I said, right now there's only 4 episodes out. They come out every Thursday. I highly recommend this show. The art style is pretty good. It's definitely geared towards adults, so don't let your kids watch it. But like I said, overall, it's a really good show, and I've enjoyed every episode so far. I haven't sat there bored. The only thing that I don't like about it is the episodes are only about 22 minutes long, and I honestly wish they were a little bit longer just so that you could get more of it. But yeah, go check out Creature Commandos. I couldn't recommend it anymore. Take care.